Good evening, everyone. It's Yogi here. I hope you're well. It's 8:35 p.m. in London, and today I'm going to be working on this piece, which is Quilt Room. Let's have a look. It's a mini version, and it's called Patchwork Quilt Room, and it's by one of my favorite artists. Let me just show you. Is Chiro Machete. It's my new favorite. I didn't realize how many pieces I've got from this artist. I kept thinking was Amy Stewart. So this piece I'm working on a 25 count even weave, and this piece I did a stream working on this piece maybe a few days ago, and it was the first time in maybe about a year that I worked on this piece. So I kind of neglected it for a little bit, and it makes me wonder why I did that, because I absolutely love the design and I love the stitches, the way I stitch. So what I did in the last session was I tried to tidy up from previous sessions from last year, and I'm using the staircase parking method. So I'm going to continue to work on this bit from top to bottom diagonally, and just to tidy up all the loose stitches, and this will be the method of choice for this piece for me. So just to show you the full markup here, look at this. It's absolutely glorious. And I love quilt room, any kind of quilt room design, craft room, cozy room. That's my thing. So this piece, it's got a whimsical feel to it. There's also a little kitty there. I can't wait to get to the cat at the bottom right there, sleeping away, and there's a beautiful view from the window as well. So where I am right now with this piece, let me just show you my progress. So currently I'm on 18, if you can see it, 18.25, which is probably most advanced piece I have in terms of project wise. My tongue is not working today. So even though it's a mini piece, I'm still very proud of it. So this is what I've got right now, and this piece has got a little bit more to go. So from stitch 0, I'm going to see what I can complete today. So I hope you're doing well. And today's a little bit cooler in London, which is a nice relief. And let me just zoom in nice and close so you can see the stitches here. Let me bring out the markup as well for you as reference. Let me see, maybe I could leave it where it is, as I'm going to start working on the sort of flower basket here, which it's got a little bit of confetti. So I might work on it for a little bit and maybe switch to this area for a little bit more and then come back. That's what I normally do, rather than force forward. I have to complete this square from top to bottom, or there's something wrong with it. No, if I feel a little bit fatigued with confetti, I just move on to another area and stitch a little bit, and then move forward and come back when I'm ready again. So I'm going to tease away these strands that I don't need right now and focus on this square right here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more, which I can. I have the technology. And hello, adventure, darling. She says, hi there. I don't think I ever introduced myself in the past couple of streams. I'm Alicia. Hello. Nice to have a name here. You can call me Fran or Yogi, whatever you want. And full coverage just stole my heart back in 2021. Wow. I think you're slightly ahead of me. I think for me, I'm trying to think, it could be 2021 sometime. All I remember, it was kind of toward the beginning of the lockdown. So it could be around the same time. Wonderful. I think everybody was trying to discover a new hobby at that time. We can't find a home. And I'm glad it happened, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have known this wonderful world. And Alicia, welcome. And I know you've been visiting this channel for a little while, even though this is a brand new channel. I've only started about a couple of months ago, so I'm really, really happy. I found so many like-minded people who love this, pretty niche area of stitching. I don't feel that I'm alone. I can be super nerdy about it, and you know what I'm talking about. So that's just wonderful. So let me make sure that I'm picking up the right thread here. Let me have a look. And yes, I think I am. Oh no, actually, see? I'm supposed to be working from the bottom up, so I need to highlight this one. Yes, that's the correct color. So it's useful to cross-reference the little color representation on the app. And by the way, I'm using Pattern Keeper. I think most of you are very familiar with it, so no introduction is required. Yes, Alicia, you would agree, it's one of the greatest discovery. Absolutely. There's something very different about full coverage. The whole approach of stitching is very different comparing to other, even just cross stitching without comparing to other forms of embroidery. Just cross stitching alone. There are a few sort of big genres. There are sort of regular, I say cross stitching kits. That's where I came from. I came from just buying sort of medium to small to medium sizes of cross stitching kits, and majority of them are, some are full coverage, but I never knew the term, and then some probably some of them are partially full coverage, but in terms of how they're charted are very, very different from these one, from the full coverage, heaven and earth type of charts. It's full of confetti. I didn't even know what confetti was before I discovered full coverage. And then there's another genre of sampler type of things, and which can come in kits, or some people buy patterns and then kit up themselves. But samplers, it's very different beast as well in terms of how you approach it, the equipment you need, etc. A different requirement. So even though I've been stitching sort of on and off since I was a kid, this is a brand new world for me. Brand new world for me. And all the stitching methods, oh my God, is a new adventure. It's a new adventure. So I'm filling in this block. So what I'm trying to do right now at this stage is kind of reformat what I did before, because in the last session, these squares, blocks, all full of loose stitches out. I think I probably did some sort of mini country parking hybrid method. So I had a lot of some loose threads, part threads, which I snipped off, and I had a lot of loose stitches floating away from the blocks. So what I'm trying to do is to tidy things up, which is quite therapeutic to do. You know, there's something about making things orderly again. I nearly compared it to cleaning, but then I remember I don't see cleaning as a hobby, even though I like a spot of ironing. But I think tidying up sort of what's on your fabric is very therapeutic. And I do it from time to time because I switch stitching methods frequently. So whenever you do, you're essentially trying to kind of reshape what you did before in terms of where the stitches flow, etc. So a lot of transitional sort of stages that I go through in my work. So this is one of the first, probably one of the first parking methods I learned, which is block by block, and then you park to the right and or to the bottom, depends on which is nearer. I don't have a hard and fast rules. And then if not, diagonally, you know, either way. And then when I come to a new block, I pick up the threads, part threads from the bottom, and then go through them one by one to the top of the block, and then stitch the remaining unstitched stitches. That's kind of how I do it. And there might be occasion that I just decide to end the thread because I have to, in order to park, I have to take the thread over too many stitch area. Too large stitch area. Probably, ideally, no more than 3. I can do 4. 5, I'll probably have a small panic attack. So in that case, I'll probably end the thread instead. So that's my only slightly OCD rule. Otherwise, I'm very easygoing. So Alicia, let me know what which piece you're working on if you're stitching right now. I know some people watch this as a kind of like a podcast or radio type thing, even when they're not stitching. And I have been told that they listen to it at bedtime to help them sleep. I take that as a compliment. I think if you listen to something relaxing, it helps with the sleep. Absolutely. So let me see if I can tidy up these unused flaws a little bit more and tuck it away. Next one. This is pretty confetti area, but it's so pretty though. look at these are let me just turn off my crazy autofocus. That's better. So this is one of the 2 flower baskets that you can see just above the window there. Hang on. 1, 2. 1, 2. So I have to be slightly mindful because it's very easy to stitch in the wrong spot. Particularly now, the formation of the stair is not super clear just yet. Oops. And as usual, I'm warming up. So if I'm going to make mistakes, it will be about now. Hello, Sarah. Oh, good afternoon to you. It's probably afternoon over there. How are you, darling? I've been missing this piece for the last couple of days. And whenever I pick up something that I hadn't worked for a while, I always wonder, why did I stop working on it? Because I love it. So I'm going to lift this thread up. Oh, there are a couple of parts right here I totally missed because they're supposed to work from the bottom up, so you don't run into situations like this. You have to kind of bypass part threads. I know some people work from top to bottom. They like it to do it like that. And then symbol by symbol, if there's a part thread, they do it. Otherwise, introduce new thread and then work their way down. That's one way of doing it as well. I think whichever makes you happy, you should do it like that. There's no rules. Wonderful. Wonderful, Sarah. Are you stitching today, Sarah? 1, 2, and 1, 2. Okay. I had a pretty quite hectic day. So the busier it is with my days, the more I miss stitching. It's just something very grounding. You get to sit down and just do it one stitch at a time. There are not that many things that gives you so much peace. Pretty much instantly. As soon as I set my things up, sit down, start stitching, I bet my heart rate just drops. Sarah's working on a monarch of the gland. I need to Google that one. I haven't done that one yet. I'd like to know what it looks like. And then I'm going to park it down here, which is partially stitched. So there are a couple of part threads here. I'm going to keep working. So drink of choice today, I got my regular peppermint tea, but also I have a half finished Diet Coke as well. So I'm going to take a sip of my Coke. I do enjoy a little bit of a Diet Coke. Let's see. Oh no, I lighted the wrong one. Like a bit of Diet Coke. So this one is a little bit okay. So I know what's going on. Two over here. So a few weeks ago, I actually won a yoga workshop, which is outside my regular teaching. And then you build a theme for the workshop, and then you design the classes. It was 4 hour long workshop, so it was half a day, and you build a theme around it, so it's different from the regular classes, and it's good fun to do. But let me tell you, a lot of organization, a lot of work just to make one day event happen. You know, you have to get all the admin. Just put the designing of the classes aside, just the organization of, you need to have a website, set up a page so people have somewhere to find out information. With this one, this thread, I think, because what happens is there's no surrounding stitches of this color other than two on the top for some reason, because the way I part the thread, I wasn't able to reach it. So I'm gonna end the thread and finish these two stitches. And then end it again. These are, let me just double check. Oh, you know what? I can part to the right. There are more stitches of this color. So I can keep this, keep this thread continue to be stitched on the right there. Oh no, it's this one. So technically, when you park to the surrounding blocks, you should pick the stitch there's on the top, the highest stitch, and those are on the left as well. It just makes everything a little bit tidier. Hello, what's happening here? That's not correct. Across one extra stitch. And it's worthwhile to be a little bit disciplined about where you part, because when it comes to stitching, you have less of, chance to having to bypass part thread. you have to kind of maneuver around, which is a little bit fiddly sometimes. So if you like it nice and clean and clear, then you park consistently. I just snipped that off. I was thinking I can park it to the right, and then I just cut it off. Never mind. 310. Let me just pop it back. No biggie. And let me pick up another part thread. It's nice to have something that's parked already, you know, so you don't have to keep going back to your thread organizer. That's the beauty of parking. If you haven't tried parking, give it a go. It would take some time to get used to, but it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. And if you park, it doesn't mean you have to park all the time. You can do what I do and just pick different methods for different projects. You can even switch methods mid-project. I mean, a lot of people do that. You just like to stitch in a different way. That's it. No big deal. Oh, and by the way, yesterday we were talking about the checkerboard pattern. There's some stitches out there, floss tubers, and there was this lady, Candy Mama. She was clearly watching the stream because she came and left a comment yesterday. So she basically explained why she did it, and it was really simple. It was fun. So that solved the mystery. That solved the mystery for us. She did it for fun. But I think she's planning to do that for the entire piece, which means she won't be able to see, you know, a bit of full picture as you stitch. It will always be kind of like peeking through the keyholes, which is really interesting. It makes me want to try it. I think that sounds like quite a laugh. See how long I can stay doing that. 3853. Hello, Rose. Hello. I'm very well. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Let me know if you're stitching. 3853. 3853. And if it's fun, just do it. It doesn't matter. You don't need a reason. So if you follow that thread of thinking, that's, you know, way of thinking, you just kind of pick random spots. You could potentially just pick any square. You can throw a dart or close your eyes, just give it a stab on the pattern and go, this is a block I'm going to start stitching, and just stitch that block and then move on to another random block. Wouldn't that be fun? And eventually you might have blocks that are close together or blocks really far apart, and eventually build up the full picture. Who volunteers? Any volunteers to do it that way? Right, 3853. There are a couple of stitches below, but then from the top of the block, I have to cross too many stitched area, too large stitch area in order to part down, so I decided to cut it off. 3853. Five, three. There you go. And a couple of stitches there. And it's really good to have something like Pattern Keeper because digitally the system knows sort of, they can tell the symbols apart probably more than my eyes could because there are a couple of symbols, for instance, in this pattern. They're very similar to each other. I don't know why they pick very similar sort of symbols within the same chart. Because visually, if it was up to me, if I was doing it with a paper chart or even just a PDF, just looking at a PDF, I could easily mix them up. 956, 956. I always wonder, you know, when I come across something like that, I just go, well, there's so many symbols you can choose from. Why would you pick two? They're very, very similar within the same chart to confuse people. I think Gecko Rouge is probably one of the examples. This Gecko Rouge seems to have a lot of symbols they're using numbers, like 2 or 4. I mean, yeah, you come across that with maybe Heaven and Earth as well, less so. But I find Gecko Rouge has sort of, when you look at numbers, you immediately think about thread numbers. But if you have 2 or 4 or something like that, or 8 as a symbol, it's kind of confusing. 956. Did I not have that? 956. 956. That's not a right color. It's supposed to be a pink. I must have docked this in the wrong number. 956. Oh, so Rose is actually at work. Ha. So Rose says, I started I See You in My Dreams mini by Hade. Okay. Last night is a new start. And she says she'll be working on that one. And Jelly World. Yes, you are working on Jelly World. That's a soul, isn't it? Stitch along. I see. It's okay. You can watch us when you're working. No one will know. No one will know. I'll talk quietly. 956. 956. You can do mental stitching, my stitching, just like mental chess, right? You play in your head. Roxy, hello. Yes, Roxy gets it when it comes to similar symbols. Ah, but yes, but not a chart with less than 90 colors. Yeah. I just think, you know, there's such a vast symbol libraries you can choose from. If you're a little bit mindful as a designer, chart designer, you probably, you know, try to pick ones that's more unique. You can tell them apart. So sometimes I look at Pattern Keeper and thinking, oh, why you're not picking up that one that looks identical? And then I look carefully. That's not identical. It looks different. It was just me. But they're so similar, unless you look very carefully. One here. Oh, decision. What's happening here is I've got a stitch of this color pink here, but the next stitch is on the other end of the block, and it will happen a lot if you stitch this way. So it really depends on whether you you're as OCD as I am or not. I think I might want to end this. It just makes me feel better. I know I have to start my thread again, just within one block. But just the thought of this thread running in the back, laughing at me, is just, it hurts my feelings. So I'm gonna end this here. And then literally, I'm gonna just move to this stitch, which is, yeah, it doesn't look like that far away, but it's about, maybe about 7 stitches diagonally, which I don't fancy overlapping. And so I'm gonna come over, and then I can part down anyway, so it's not that bad. Not bad at all, and I'm feeling a lot better. I can breathe. I can breathe. And I will pop it down. No problem here. 1, 2. I love this pattern so much. And remember to mark it. Adventure says, oh, Alicia, rather. Now we're on first name basis. If I didn't have Pattern Keeper, I know I'd put the wrong colors with similar symbols. So often I end up with different picture. It might not be a bad thing. That'll be your unique creation. Sarah says, my current chart has 2 symbols and they're so close together. I know. That's a very good example. And what I've got here, what I'm looking at is 2. One is a dollar symbol and the other is very similar. It's not a dollar symbol, but very, very similar. Are they just trying to trick us? It's like some sort of inside joke the chart designers have. Just say, oh, let's see how many people are going to mess it up. And imagine if the colors are very different. You're going to end up with a different picture. That would be your unique creation, Sarah. Yes. Yes, Rose. I know. We're very lucky. We're very lucky to have technology to help us to manage this these epic projects. And imagine if you have them printed, just how many sheets of papers. Imagine now, let's say I have 15 full size heaven and earth thing going on. Those pile of papers of 4K, A4 papers, I'll probably need a small room to store them. And the filing system, I'll probably need a secretary to manage a different pile of charts for me. It's a full-time job. Seriously. 977. I'll need a team, like a team. Just one stitch with this one. Oh, I might be able to park it down there sneakily. Ooh. This one is, I might be able to do it without overlapping too many stitches. Stitch area. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Just one stitch in the next block anyway. Whoops. Hello, Joyce from Stitchy Dutchy. Hello. How are you today? So happy to see you. And 898, 898. Let me find it. What? 898. Okay, we need a new thread for 898. Joyce, which color is 898? It's a test. 898. There you go. It's a chocolate brown. Oh, there you go. Joyce has come back. Not only a description, but probably the actual name for the thread as well. Coffee brown, dark brown. Jacqueline! Bingo! I know there's a little bit of lag. They probably typed this like 3 minutes before I even mentioned it. So, oh, amazing. The fact that all the colors probably has a proper name as well. It's quite remarkable. One more stitch on the left here. And do I get to park anywhere? Oh, there's one more stitch on a different area. What I'm gonna do, another way I'm trying to get away from taking thread over the stitch area, other than ending the thread, whenever I can get away with it, like now, I'll do a pin stitch to take the thread away, just anchor it somewhere else away from the stitch area, and then take it back if I can. It's not always possible, but in this case I can. So I can do this stitch over here without having to end the thread. Oh, you feel like you got away with it. Oh, nice one. Nice one. And then I get to park to the next block there, which is not a bonus. Not a bonus. Nikki, oh my God, darling, where have you been? I nearly looked under the sofa to look for you, Nikki. How are you? It's an inside joke, I'm sorry. Sarah will know. Nikki. Oh, lovely. Roxy says, I used to diamond paint. And the drills? What? Oh, you used drill. I've never done diamond paint. I know of it. I only learned it during COVID as well. I learned so many things. DMC colors. Do they use the same color chart with those beads? It's a peculiar, well, not peculiar, it's a very interesting craft, isn't it? You just literally just put those little dots on the canvas that is sticky. Jacqueline says, I'm working on my puppy heart today. Lovely. Huh. Oh, right. Joy says she used floss cards and symbol pages. Oh, so you're familiar with the thread names as well. Right. No, I think that's probably too much. Probably too much to show at one time. So they try to show the central bits. But you know what? Cross Stitch Saga, the other app, I think there's an option to show thread name, but it does make the chart the list look quite long. You know, because it normally just scan either the symbol or the colors or the numbers. I think with thread names, it's probably too much to absorb at one time. But there's an option, I believe, if I remember correctly, you could show thread names. Oh, Nikki says she's been lurking. Oh, and traveling too. Wonderful. I was wondering where you've been. I think Nikki might be my first. Well, she was definitely the first commenter, the first person to come on a live chat with me. I don't know for sure whether she was the first subscriber, but probably. I had like single digit subscribers, but she's been my special viewer. And Nikki's a floss tuber as well, so definitely check out her channel. She does floss tube. So here, 907. Do I have one threaded? No. 907, everyone, ladies. 907. Here we go. Ta-da! This is 907. Tracy, hello. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Let me see. And by the way, everyone, I'm streaming 4K. So if you want super high def pictures, and turn the 4K on if it's not on automatically. Depends on where you are. But if you're using mobile somewhere else, maybe not, because it does consume your mobile data. Okay, so but if you're on your home Wi-Fi, then turn it on. Watch it with full glory. Two little green ones here. Bright green, yes. Oh my God. Nikki says, I think the true jackpot winner will be when you call a number and a person working on that. Oh my God, wouldn't that be amazing? But how do they prove it? We need a picture with timestamp. Can you imagine? All right, over there. And I'm trying to see if I can pop down without breaking my rules. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. There you go. I'm okay with that one. Good old honor system. Yes. Yes, I think all stitchers are the nicest people in the world. Definitely trust them. I think I'm gonna just fill up these loose stitches because they're bugging me. I'm gonna fill them up before I move forward. 150, 150, yes. But you know what? Even now, well, I hope it's still the case. If you go to sort of Britain's countryside, very often they will have like fruits. You know, they grow from their back garden, like apples or pears or whatever it is. They would just put them outside in a basket outside their door, and with a sign and a little container at the side. Just go, well, take whatever you want, just leave whatever you think is worth in the container. And the container is also open. You know, if anybody want to take the money, they could. I don't know how doable it is because people don't use cash anymore. The last time I saw like a physical money, I don't even know what British money looks like anymore. Seriously. I probably hadn't seen cash for at least a couple of years. No kidding. And I haven't touched it. I probably don't recognize money anymore. And also in London, it's gone now. In London, there's quite a well-known shopping mall. It's called King's Court. It's in a Canopy Street. If you've been to London, you've probably been. And there used to be a shop that's got kind of mini library, but it's all stacked with people, the books that donated by people. So you can go in and just leave your books in there and then take some books with you and so on and so forth. So I don't know whether you can keep the book, you're supposed to keep the books, or just kind of read it and then put it back. But you can leave your own books there and then take someone else's book. And that shop was there for quite a while before it was gone. It was really interesting because that area is so expensive. It's full of, you know, high-end shops and department stores. But there was this shop, not shop, but kind of a library. It's an honor system. It's just, you know, you go and leave a book. But there's a running joke because if it was a honor system mobile phone shop, mobile phone library, you have nothing left. You have nothing left. You'll probably be left with some old batteries. No longer charged. The stitcher honor. Exactly. The stitcher's code of conduct. I remember we had kind of a, not riot. Riot's probably a bit exaggerated. There's a part of London called Brixton. Was it Brixton? No, it was Clapham Junction, I believe. It's the southwest of London. And there was a little kind of protest turned into looting situation. And it was quite a few years ago. And so the poor Clapham Junction High Street, most shops got looted. You know, clothes shops, food shops, all sorts of shops got looted. But one shop survived unscathed. Guess what? Who can guess what shop that was? I'll give you some time for the time lapse. That's one shop didn't get looted at all. Anyone? Needle workshop. Good try, Tracy. No, I'll be looting that shop if that was a shop. Something like Goodwill. One more guess? One more guess? One more guess. I'll reveal the answer. Oh, I missed this one. Never mind. Bookshop. What? You're close, Jacqueline. Not even religious bookstore. It was just a bookstore. A young shop. I'll be looting that one. Okay, Dutchy. And a library, similar. Sarah and Jacqueline are both winners. Yes, a bookshop. Bookshop was totally, nothing was broken in. No one wanted books. That was so sad though. Even though great for the shop, but no one wanted books. So there you go. Eight, 9, 1, 8, 9, 1. I need a new thread. Eight. Yeah, books is like, books values is the content. And otherwise, the books themselves, unless they're antique books, like first edition of something famous, they don't really have that much value. 891. But having said that, there are quite a lot of antique book shops in central London. They've been around for ages. Probably just collectors, collector's item. But regular books, no. Regular books, they just end up being papers. Oh, hello. Why did I pick 2? 891. Roxy says there's a small town here in Texas that has a small farmers market stand that farmers market stand that use the honor system. Very nice. Person who runs it says she's if she's short, it's only $1 or $2 likely due to miscounting. You know what? There's something about psychology that the more you're trusted, the more trustworthy you become. It's it's counterintuitive. We tend to think that if we put in more infrastructure and ways to prevent people from being dishonest, then you can prevent people from trying to cheat the system. It's the opposite. It's the opposite. And I'm not surprised. I just think that's just, what we are. We want to be trusted. And that says a lot about how people run their business as well. Because, ordinarily, most company sort of customer service, they're all kind of okay. You really see their true color when things go wrong, and you watch how they deal with it. Because it doesn't matter what they say. They go, oh, we value you as customers, etc. Until things go wrong, you don't really know whether they're telling the truth. A91. If they mean what they say, they value their customers, they're not going to spend half an hour debating why you shouldn't get refund, right? They just trust you. They take your word. And then if they trust you, you trust them back. A91. A91 back. But if not, you never trust them again. So companies, listen up. 780, 780. Just one stitch, one stitch. Seven, 80, the 2 stitches, loose stitches. I'm going to just patch them up. There you go. And I don't believe people are, even, if there are people out there deceiving people, they're probably not deceiving people 24 hours a day. I think there's a side of them is probably honest and decent. So it's not black and white. It's how you can bring out the best in people and allow others to bring out the best of you. One stitch here, and then I'm going to move over and do the other one. Just one stitch. River's Love, hello. How are you? So good to see you. Whoops. Just one stitch here and I can part down. Always makes me happy when there's a clear area. Then I can just part without having to go across any stitch area. 1, 2, 3. There. Oh, I totally agree with you, Roxy. I do think people are inherently good. Absolutely. Absolutely. $550. I believe that totally. 552. 550. But I think children are probably like that as well, isn't it? There's sort of blank canvas, but if they're growing up being trusted. I like to think I was one of them, that my parents always trusted me, even though there were times that I was lying to them. But that made me feel even worse afterwards, knowing that they actually believed my lies, you know, little fibs here and there. Did you go to the piano class? Oh, yeah, I did. Yes. Oh my God, I struggled with that piano class, be a piano lesson a lot when I was a kid. But ballet and piano, it's just one of those things I had to do. And I ended up falling in love with ballet, but not so much with piano. I like the sound of it, and I admire people who can play piano, but but those lessons, oh my. Yes, I lied to my parents. Like when I went to listen when I didn't. But they chose to believe me. 550 is purple, yes. There you are. It's the proof. It's a beautiful purple. $5.50. There's no other stitches here. Sullivan's ballpoint needles. What is that then? Dutchy might know. Joyce. There you go. Your turn. 603. 603. 603. It's a lovely pink. What's a ball tip needle? Do you mean the rounded tip needle? I think all cross stitch needles are round tip, has a round tip, no? Or is it something else? One, two, three here. So Joyce is our Wikipedia here. If you have questions, ask away. Hello, Dolly. Hi, babe. How are you? Dolly, my cat, is coming here to say hello as usual. When I sit down to stitch, she appears. Otherwise, I don't see her. Hello, babe. How you doing? Ah, I've never seen those. And what's the advantage of those needles? So it's regular, so it's stitching needles with a ball on the tip? I've never seen those. I have a feeling I'm going to be learning new things today. We'll see. Totally forgot I just go cross country. Let's go mini cross country. Supposed to be doing one block at a time. Look at me. Totally lost the plot. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Choice. Harry Potter moment right there. And 150, 150. Do I have one? No. 150. So they're magic needles. They stitch for you. Okay, that sounds good. And why would you use those needles? What will be the advantage, so to speak? Because I remember Karen from Needlebug says something about you're supposed to use needles as larger, slightly larger, so it creates opening for the thread to go through. I think it kind of makes sense. It's just that I don't like chunky needles. So I'm just thinking whether the ball on the tip is for that purpose. I'm just guessing. I'll Google it. I'll just do these few stitches or have a little Google just in case people watching not knowing what that is as well. We can all learn together. There you go. Let me part this one. Right there. Okay, let me have a sip of my Coke. And then Google time. So what do the needle call? Let me have a look. What's the official name? Ballpoint needle? Is that what it is? Let me have a look at my chat. Oh, Solomon's ballpoint needle. Let's have a look. So it's got a brand name as well. Sullivan. Sullivan's. Ballpoint needle. Ballpoint needles. Here we go. Try to find close-ups. Oh, there you go. There's a little ball. Oh, what is that then? They're supposed to help find the holes in your fabric. So, but it looks like a... Is there a hole in the middle? I think the... Oh, okay. It's a bit more like that. So it is to create opening for the fabric. But how is that different from just using a chunkier needle? Let me have a look. Let me find some close-ups. But that one was pretty... Oh, okay. There's another one. Can you see that? There's a little round tip. Is this is the one, right? Because I'm using round tip needles anyway, but I think most people probably use round tip cross stitching needle. But what's the benefit of that? Why don't you just use larger size needle? Please explain. Explain yourself. Or I'm gonna get very confused. Let's have a look. Let's see. Okay, Nikki Stitchy says, I think it's hard to... Oh, I think it's hard to end the way you do with ball tips needles. Is so you won't go in between threads. Huh, but most round tip needles do that, don't they? That's why people use round tip needles. And I never could have sort of stab the fabric by accident. Huh. Easy guy ball tips. Interesting. So it's different. So I'm just looking at the needles. You have the round tip there. I'm sure that helps to glide through the holes. But generally, I find the round tip, you know, like these ones, the regular round tip cross stitching needles kind of do that. I don't think I ever accidentally stab the needles. In fact, it actually makes it very hard to do something like pin stitch because it just glides off the fabric. So, oh, interesting. Interesting. I don't think I've seen those needles before. $6.02. $6.02. $6.02. €2 a needle. okay. Because they're probably considered specialty kind of needles. Just amount, the speed I go through needles and the number of needles I have, it's probably going to cost a small fortune. But generally, I don't have issues with stabbing fabrics, so it's probably not something that I need. Senga says, I want jam under a nail. Oh dear. That sounds like some sort of ancient torture. Let me see, where do I put this? And then I'm going to park the block below. Hello, Senga, by the way. I have a sip of my peppermint tea. So good. Two more stitches for this block. 3371. 3371. 3371. Rivers Love says I usually use them, referring to those needles, when I'm doing large sections of one color. Normally I use sharp Chanel Chanel needles for ending. Wow, it's very difficult to do a pin stitch with a ballpoint. I don't think it's possible, looking at the size of those balls, unless you're using stitching like 11 count or something. But even that is probably quite difficult. I know people who use pointy needles, maybe just for the purpose of getting the needle through stitch area when it's really tight, or pin needles, but pin stitches. I can see the reasoning for that. And then I'm going to park over here. 1, 2, 3. So everybody's tried those needles. And some had nail injuries. Can you sue them? If you stab your under the nails? Stitching injuries. 606. A lot of pinks. Oh. I'm having trouble doing pin stitch even with our regular round tip needles. I have no chance with those. I'm going to just do this one quickly and then part to the right. One, two. And there. Nikki says, I love bohem needles because I'm pretty oily and they stay sober longer than others. I think Karen mentioned that brand the other day. I haven't looked it up. So I have 2 endorsements from Stitches. Do they have better grip? Is that why? And so this block is completed. I'm going to just go over to the left, just fill up this previous unfinished stitches. Then I will be in a very good position to move down. Let me do green. These ones are done. It's 2 more there. 958, 958. Just one here. Just into here, just one single stitch. Nine, 5, 8. Hello, Carla. Welcome. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. So the bonus needles, they have larger eyes. Huh. But normal cross stitching needles, they have pretty big eyes anyway. And once you get used to these ones, sometimes you have to like sew something, hand sew something, and those regular sort of sewing needles, they got tiny little eyes in comparison. Oh, 794. 794. 794. Tidy this up. It's looking a little bit ugly. Get this thread out of the way. Like that. That's better. Carla, are you stitching today? Two. There's one more here. Single stitch here. Oh, your fluffy Valentine. Yes. It's very pretty. Is that the one with the heart shape? Or am I getting it mixed up? Did I Google that piece? I remember this one with like autumn leaves. Or is that a different piece? Fluffy Valentine sounds lovely. 794. 794. 1.9. That's nearly 2%, Carla. That's not too shabby. Nikki asked, Yogi, what stand you're using? Is it table stand? Yes, for streaming, I'm using. Let me show you a little bit. I can only zoom out about this big. So it's like a table stand. You can see there's a wooden base here. And then there's two little sort of, they're not clamps, but you dial them down. You can sandwich your frame here. These ones will only work for wooden frames, like thinner frames. If you have something like Q-snaps, they're too thick for these, but they're very stable. See, I'm actually try to move it. It's my table, my desk that's wobbling, not the stand. So it's very stable. Normally, I do have a Lowry stand that I use, but it bounces, right? We all know. And I don't want to make you seasick. I'm used to it when I'm using it, sort of in person. But if you watch it, yeah, you're probably going to get a little bit queasy. So I use this. I'm really happy with it. You can, this frame is pretty big. This frame is like 31 centimeters. And I still have a lot spare. So I can go, even larger hoops. Oh, two lovely foxes. So I haven't seen that one. I'll Google it in a bit. Rose asks, are Gecko Rouge charts easier or more difficult than Hade? I have never seen a Gecko Rouge before. It really depends. It depends on the pieces. I would say I only have one kit from them, which is massive one. Colin Thompson's. Is it Craft Room? So I should know, but I'm gonna work on that one very soon. But I would say depends. They're charted. As you stitch, you can feel they're charted slightly different way. I think with Gecko Rouge, all pieces have very subtle gradients. So in a way, even with Mini, which is not max color, you can see that subtle transitions here. But at least the piece I have from Gecko Rouge, I find you probably come across more blocks of colors more than Hade. I think they just charted a different way. Not saying that Gecko Rouge wouldn't have confetti everywhere. There are areas that very heavily confetti, cover different colors everywhere. But generally, I think there probably a bit more distinction between solid colors versus confetti areas. That's my limited experience with their kit. But they have some very modern, very beautiful design. And I'm gonna go and patch up these ones over here. And I'm in a very good position to continue with this method. 02, 02. And also Gecko Rouge has a lot more sort of modern art type of design. So those type of, depends on the artwork. It calls for different distribution of the stitches, you know, colors, I presume. Some will be bolder, then perhaps you run into less confetti in a traditional sense. But just one stitch there. Two here. And then I'm going to end it. I mean, this color is so close to the fabric. It's very hard to find the unstitched stitches because it's very hard to tell. There's one over there. I think with DMC, you can probably it's probably easier to tell because DMC floss, there's a slight gloss to most of them, whereas a CXC is more matte, and it's very, very hard to tell from the fabric when it comes to really pale colors. Right. And Carla is in the ocean of confetti. Please don't drown. You'll be all right. Stay alive, stay alive. 02. Huh. Oh, Nikki's got a 2.5 million stitch chart from Gecko Rouge. Before they went kits only. Really? They used to do patterns only? Oh, I thought they would only do kits. 2.5 million. I think my piece is pretty big as well. I can't even read the numbers because it's so big. Let me have a look. See if I can show you. Because I'm too scared to look at the numbers because it's just epic. It's not the biggest piece they have. I think they have a woe map. That's absolutely massive. But what I've got is this one. Let me see. Bring up the markup here. So this is Colin Thomas. I think it's quite famous as a jigsaw puzzle as well. And I've only done a little bit toward the left here. So let me show you the PDF. Maybe they have, I don't know for the number of stitches. Let's have a look. So this is, oops, not this one. This is the wrong one. Okay. Are we talking about millions here? Is that 8 million or 800? Well, is there anything beyond 4 digits? My brain just go foggy. But that's the total. Is that bigger or smaller than yours, Nikki? But it's absolutely epic. And currently 7%. Just tiny bit on the upper corner there. And would you believe this? Not, well, I haven't been stitching every day, but for the first year, I was putting stitches in every single day. 3 years later, this is where I am, okay? So this is the path to this type of project. It's just the way it is. Single digits. Probably gonna stay single digits for a little bit more. So that's the Gecko Rouge charts. And I got the floss from them as well. So the floss, as it came in 3 boxes. They're absolutely massive. There you go. $800,000, so it's not bad. My God, Nikki, what have you done? Are you actually stitching that one though? 2.5 million. Is it a world map that you got? Because I know someone. It's a Stitcher Smiling or Smiling Stitcher. They're UK based as well. I think the lady there actually stitching a world map. That's absolutely massive. So 800,000 doesn't sound too bad after 2.5 million. It's a mini piece. It's mini. 0.2, well done, Nikki. But 0.2 for that kind of size is probably about 10 pages, right? You asked for it yourself. Okay, darling. 919. 919. We don't like it easy, do we? Exactly, adventures. I feel so much better about my piece. It's 7% as well. 700k. 700k is nothing, okay? You can do it in 5 minutes. Oh, Carla, that's a baby piece, isn't it? 122. 102,000. It's mini. Hi, Shanna. Hello. Hello, darling. Thank you for joining the chat. I know, in comparison, there's nothing. I'm feeling so much better. I'm going to finish it within 20 years. Yay. I'm so happy. Whoops. 542 stitches. Well, Nikki, a little bit to go. A little bit more to go then. Whoops. Keep pulling it up. Whoops. Another stitch here. Everybody's feeling a bit better after Nikki's piece. It's putting things in perspective, isn't it? Let's go, whoa, we're not having such a bad, difficult time, challenging time. Just look at what Nikki has to put up with. I'm gonna end it here. Nine one nine. I mean, we choose to do it, so can't complain. Sip of my Coke. And 9, 921. Just one stitch. Good question, Joyce. I think it's probably size a king size duvet size, isn't it, Nikki? No, so it's probably quite difficult to get the that size fabric, presuming it's 25 counts upwards. Imagine doing it 14 counts. My goodness. And I'm going to end it. .5 yards. I'm not familiar with yards. Yards. How big is a yard? Is 100? Is it 1 meter? Nine to 1. And what fabric count? Please tell me it's 25 and above or above. Four yards. 4 meters. Oh, I'm trying to think. Okay. 1 meter to, oh my God. Okay. That is a king size duvet cover size. Uh, 3717. 3713. Sorry. 3713. Oh, 32 counts. Okay. What do you mean kind of want to switch? Oh, so currently you're on 28 counts. Okay. But you can't because you've got a fabric. What are you going to do with the fabric? And then switch to 32, you have to get new fabric. Darling, think twice. I'm getting cold sweat just thinking about it. 32. Would you be doing full cross or half cross? You probably do half cross, right? Because full cross 32 is kind of small. Okay. Oops, I'm gonna pocket down here. 1, 2. Oh, so you use a Q-snap. Probably a large one, right? Half cross CXC. Yeah, it might make it a little bit faster. You might be able to finish it within 50 years instead of 100 because it's double speed, right? Three, 7, 1. 3, 7, 1. But half stitches, 10 stitches, I'm really growing to enjoy it. It's just quite fun to do. Not just the fact that it's faster, but it's just fun to do as well. And I'm going to do these ones. Well, the only issue I have with 10 stitches, because so far all my 10 stitch projects I've been doing pretty much row by row with CXC because it's quite tight. But the only thing I probably wouldn't do with 10 stitches going cross country because I find it, well, at least for my eyes, I find it very hard to kind of look at half stitch when they're floating away from the stitch area because it doesn't look like a full stitch. Well, because it's half stitch. What am I talking about? But it just, the look of it looks unfinished when they're floating away from the stitch area. And I think I'll probably have trouble telling them, like trying to tell where they actually are, if you know what I mean. It's, with a full cross is very easy. It's a cross. With half stitches, I just find it very hard to kind of identify their location exactly. So Adventure is saying, so you can free up capacity to do other things regarding Nikki. Yeah, exactly. It's not like we have 9 lifetimes to do this. So if you can go double speed, why not? 3770. 3770. Yeah, I totally agree, Joyce, at least for my eyes. But you do a lot of half stitches. I think the last video I saw you did, your stitching is so neat and tidy. Or did I get it wrong? I saw your recent piece for your grandchild. Is it not 10 stitches or is it 4 stitches? One, two, three, 3 stitches down here. And I'm going to poke down here. It looks all filled up. Let me double check. Lovely. Oh, I think, let me check. I think there are two stitched. It's really hard to tell. I think there are two stitches there. No, oh yeah, there is. The two stitches are still undone. Let me do them, and then I'm all good to go. 301. 301. 301. Yeah, I think the slanted shape of 10 stitches works really well for some pieces, like the dry flower, the one I've got. It's kind of slightly, almost like a sketch, kind of felt to the design. So 10 stitch is just perfect for that. It has that, slightly fadey feel to it. And also I'm doing it on 22 counts as well. So in theory, it's even fainter, but it just works really well for that design. But I don't know if you're doing something that's supposed to be very vibrant, like bright colors. 10 stitches depends on the fabric count. It might look slightly fadey. I'm sure ultimately it will come out really beautiful, but it's just that if you compare side by side versus, tent versus cross on some pieces, you might notice some difference. Not necessarily better or worse. One stitch here. I'm not even going to endless thread. I'm going to just leave a tail there. And 301. 301. Oh, so you've already done one for one of your grandchildren. That's amazing. 33, 33, 33. I'm yet to try anything that's higher than 25. Very tempting, very tempting. This is the one stitch here. It's all filled up. 33. Thread management. I think these blocks are filled up nicely, so I'm gonna start to create more of the staircase shape here. I think just to rest my eyes from all the pinks, I'm gonna start working on this one and then move across gradually. So this one's got only a little bit to fill out, and I'm all good to go. So I got these two threads look practically the same color, but they're different. It'll make it easy. One. Two. So I'm doing color completion within each block, and then I'm going to move out here. 1, 2, 3, and pop there. Yeah, for those of you who haven't seen Joyce from Stitchy Duchy's work, she's got a channel, and just go look at the way she stitches. It's the neatest I've ever seen. Not just the stitches themselves, but how she organizes her parts threads. I've never seen anybody being so neat about it. It's beautiful. I can never do that. I'm messy by nature, but it's just quite nice to see someone else who can work like that. It's very methodical, orderly. And good question, Nikki. Oops. One, two, three. One, two. Yes, that's good to know. Because I go back to Dachi's channel from time to time and just see if there's new content. So I'm really looking forward to see how you work nowadays. Your methods, how you manage your threads so neatly. Shanna says, I think that's my favorite part of floss tube, seeing different stitchy spots, organization techniques, etc. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you always learn something every time. It's crazy. It's just when you think you've seen everything, there was a checkerboard. This is checkerboard stitching method. And I think how people manage their thread in terms of parking or how they organize their floss is just as fascinating as the way they stitch. It's the whole package. And I think the way we stitch probably reflect our personality as well. That's why every stitcher is so unique. Oops, that's not correct. Ah, so Tracy's a knitter as well. I think there's a lot of cross between stitchers and knitter. I used to knit a lot. It's just the recent few years, 2, 3 years, I've dedicated so much time stitching. I just want to stitch. Otherwise, I used to knit a lot. I still love it. I still have a blanket, a crochet blanket as well, and a scarf. I'm yet to finish. That's okay. Winter's a few months away. I still have time. One more row. A lot of white here. It's more like cream, actually. It's not white. Cream color. One off. It's one row. Um, it's one more row. Hello, Brittany. It's been a few days. How are you, Brittany? Have you just come home? I know Brittany sometimes comes home a little bit later. I'm glad you can join us. One more row here. And Brittany's getting a lot of love. Two more. I'm going to park down. Right. 1, 2, 3. 2 down. here. I know, Brittany, because you normally join us in the weekends. I know. We're going to be here for a little bit more. Oh, Tracy asks, do I remember you saying you were interested in trying something beaded? Banana person. Yes, I did. I did. I've got this thing about human figure that I'm not that keen on. But yeah, beaded project sounds like fun. It's a different technique, isn't it? I've seen people doing it on floss tubes, but I'm yet to try. Do you have any recommendations? 3770. Three seven seven zero. So this block is finished. Very happy. And now moving on to the next one, the one next to it. Three seven seven zero. I'm gonna park it back. 770. Oh, cool. Great share. I'd love to be able to try that. Move it slightly to the left here. So I'm going to start from the part thread that's from the bottom and work my way up. Okay, so you've got a black swan, Halloween pumpkin with glow in the dark beads. My God, a flamingo. Wow. Which company are you getting that from? Oh, yeah. Please, I really appreciate it if you check the brand name. Yeah, I'd love to try that. Anything without eyes. Well, these ones, animals probably have eyes. Maybe not human eyes. Just a little phobia I have there. Otherwise, all good. Just one stitch here. Single stitch. I look for Mill Hill buttons and beads. Okay. And they're small, that's good. Just in case I hate it, I'm not stuck with it. All right, that's a small piece, 13 by 13 centimeter. That's pretty safe to try. Let me have a quick Google. Mill Hill kits. Mill Hill buttons and beads. Let's have a look. Mill Hill. If they're available in the UK, that's it. That is. Buttons and beads. I found it immediately. Ah, okay. So, Mill Hill button beads. So I found. Let me zoom out a little bit so everybody can see it, just in case they're interested too. Let me just turn that off. So these are the ones. Let me go to images. Maybe we can. Oh, okay. Are these from? Oh yeah. I don't know. Maybe they're not from the same company. So, oh, okay. This brand I've heard of. What is that brand name? I have no idea. Are these beaded ones? I don't know. Mill Hill Kids. They look like fun, actually. Look at these ones. Oh my god. Can you imagine do a Christmas piece with beads on it? I hope these have beads. It's hard to tell. But these are so fun though. So probably not all of them have beads on it. Let's have a look. They look like fun. These look like regular. Halloween is a good one to do it as well, isn't it? Oh, I like that. Oh, I love this. Look at this. I don't know whether it's got beads. It could be. Oh, I think I found my Halloween project right here. That is so cute though. That is very cute. I'll look into this one, see if it's got. I hope it's available over here. Or maybe they can ship over here. I love this piece. Oh, thank you for recommendation. This is so cute. I wasn't aware of them. Buttons and beads. So it sounds like they are specialized in sort of beaded projects. Oh, that's so cute. Definitely. I'm going for it, Tracy. I'm gonna. Yes. I think Halloween would be a very good. Oh, look at this. That is so cute. That is officially cute. I don't. Yeah, it's button beads as well. Ah. If not, I'll let you know when you would like to get it and ship it to you. Tracy, you're a star. Tracy, you're a star. Oh my God, that's so sweet. Definitely. Definitely one of these pieces. Either that one or that one. I'm sold. That is so cute. Definitely, I'm going for it. I'll let you know if they can ship. Otherwise, you will be my best friend that sends me special deliveries. It'll be PayPal transaction for sure. That is very nice recommendation. I think many people watching this have a new project in mind. That's so sweet though. I'm excited. I'm excited. 3703. Oh my God, just when you think you've got, everything you have, kit, project wise, there it comes. Something else you want to do. 703. 703. Yes. That's why all my projects are firmly single digit when it comes to percentage. There's a good reason for it. There's always more, exactly. And next one. Nine, 5, 6. Nine, 5, 6. Just one stitch. Nine, 7, 7. This one's running a little bit short, so we might do this stitch and end it. Why do I have two instead of... It's in the wrong place. That's why. Joyce from Stitches Duchy says, would you expect a pattern that contains 60 colors to have 35 colors in a single 10 by 10 square? Yes, Duchy. Yes, Joyce. That is called confetti, darling. Oh my God, 35 colors. Yes, that is called serious confetti. But if all colors are parked, then maybe it's not too bad. But if not, you're going to be a little bit busy for about an hour. Oops. I think max colors. I never counted how many colors within a square when it comes to confetti, but yeah, that sounds pretty pretty hardcore. Got one more stitch up here. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to pocket down here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There. Senga say, I want to go on record and say I do not like ninja stitches. Ninja stitches, you're referring to one stitch wonders. Yes. It's a love and hate relationship, Senga. It's they're beautiful because you have a lot of them, meaning that something great's gonna happen in that area. But yeah, you could break your brain sometimes. I think ninja stitch is or originated from royal roll terminology. Have I done my study correctly, Sangha? I'm a nerd. Or what I refer to as one stitch wonders. Two stitches here, part to the right. Just one stitch. And, oh, I'm gonna park it quite far away. A little bit daring here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One, two, and that one. But I don't mind it because it's on stitch block here, so it doesn't hurt me. Oh, really? So, our historian, Joy says, no, they were ninja before royal rolls. Oh, okay. So it's not derived from that methodology. It's but why was it called ninja stitch? Who came up with that? I need to know because I'm a nerd. And I think I'm gonna just do one stitch here. 891, 891, 891. Because Royal Roll is kind of relatively recent, isn't it? Well, at least by the time I discovered it. I don't know. Maybe it's been around for a little bit. Three, 770. 3770. Oh, so Joy says because they're leftover stitches. I tried to steal in stitch area and sneaked up on you when you think you're done. Oh, that's very, very appropriate. That is very, that is totally it. Because sometimes you think, oh, that's almost done. And lo and behold, they're like one stitch there just lurking around, just ambushing you. Absolutely. I can see why it's a ninja now. Being ambushed. I see. And it's quite appropriate for Royal Road to borrow that because it's all about castles and dungeons and all that. Even though wrong country, okay? Castles and dungeons. Oh, I'm sure they probably have castles and dungeons in Japan as well. I'm just automatically thinking European dungeons. I shan't. I shouldn't do that. So it might be ninja sneaking around. But then when you have confetti area, you're not being ambushed. It's you nose diving in a trap voluntarily. You know what you're getting. It's quite refreshing to have so many stitches of the same color within this block. Enjoy what you can. Mhm. Willingly. Accept the challenge. Don't. Unicorn sneeze. What? Oh my god. I'm learning so much today. Confetti is called unicorn sneeze. Everyone, take notes. Take notes. That's so funny. Sarah, the husband will be home tomorrow. He's been working out of town. Okay. For 2 months. Oh my goodness. Wow. He's been away for 2 months. If my partner was away for 2 months, I probably wouldn't remember his name. I was like, who? You who? What are you doing here? You're probably coming back looking like a new person. Roxy, this is a family show, okay, Roxy? You know, Shauna says my hubby is a trucker. He's gone Monday to Friday. Keeps marriage fresh. Absolutely, Shauna. If you're looking for a husband, find someone that works out of town, or have to be away. Let me think profession-wise. Who would be the best? Trucker is good. Tick. What else? Some sort of, I don't know. Anyone has to work overseas. Overseas good. And what other profession will keep them away from you and give you some freedom, And it's all good when he's back. So that's the best way to maintain a good marriage, I think. No more stitching time. Touring musician. Yeah, anything with touring in front of their job title is good. A touring circus act, touring, I don't know, salesman. Yeah, that's a good start. Touring is a good start. or anyone, maybe in the military service, you know, they have to take it to the war zone. Okay, that's not good. But otherwise, we have no time to do anything anymore. Or you can have a long distance relationship, right? Someone who lives like really far away and you only see them every Christmas. Sounds good to me. Astronaut. Astronaut. That's a bit extreme. This choice. Astronaut, they well on Mars, for instance, and they might not ever come back. Well, yes, that's a good one too. Yes, that's a little bit hardcore, but might work. So you can just FaceTime each other. Oh, wow. I need a new husband, Rose. Yes. I think that might be the only solution now. Oh my God. You work with your husband same days and hours. I think that would drive me nuts. And maybe he's really nice. I don't care how nice the person he is. I think that would probably be the deal breaker. I can see why you're looking for a new one. I'm sure he's very nice, you know. I'm sure he's very nice. Do you think, Roxy, you can't be married if you want to go to space? Well, I can take both. No, that's not good. That would be very claustrophobic if you're stuck on a spaceship with your partner. Imagine that. And no gravity, so you have to look at each other upside down all the time. I don't know. So astronauts might not be an option. Damn. One, two. Another one here. The last one. Well, I suppose if they sign some sort of disclaimer, you know, to go, yeah, I'm married, I have 3 kids, but I'm happy to entertain the possibility of not coming back ever. I mean, didn't Elon Musk say he wants to go to Mars whenever it's possible? Some people might go, well, go ahead. Great choice, Mr. Musk. One, two, three, four, five. Senga says my hubby works from home upstairs. I hope it's a long staircase you've got. Oh my God. Yeah, but at least it's on different floor. It's okay, it's doable. Imagine you have to stuck in a home office together all day long. Like some people, a lot of people work from home, you know. 317. 317. You're not going, Sarah. Ah. So you can't take scissors on an airplane, but I think I've seen people using nail clippers. I'm sure nail clippers.
I think I've seen people using nail clippers.
What? My Siri just talked to me randomly. Oh my God. Please be quiet, Mr. Siri. It's just some words just so triggering for him. He needs therapy. Therapy, man. Mr. Siri. Yeah, but I've seen people using nail clippers. I'm sure that can do some damage as well if you want to. And I think the rules are being a little bit more relaxed now, the recent couple of years, I think. We still can't take water on board. Nikki says, I take scissors. Yeah, I think depends on airline and also depends on the route, I think. Some airlines are more relaxed than others. I think internal flights probably, I don't know, maybe a bit more relaxed than international long haul flights. 317. Maybe not large scissors. So scissors like what we use for stitching might be okay. I know people stitch on airplanes. I'm sure I've seen a floss tuber at some point saying that, or maybe it was Needle Ninja. Is it? I can't remember. I was thinking, wow, that would be a great way for a long, long flight because time flies when you stitch. Before you know it, you're landing. 7:20. What, Rose? You have a medallion. Yeah, you never know what people can put in the belt. Oh, but then they X-ray, don't you? They X-ray you. So if there's something that's too large, too sharp, they probably will be able to tell. I'm not liking the X-ray part of it. I'm gonna do a little pin stitch here. Whoops. Oh, good to have you, Joyce. Yes, enjoy your beauty sleep. And I'll catch you very soon. It's really fun to have you here. Night night, Dachi, Joyce. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's our in-house historian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here. Three, 7, 8, 7. 3, 7, 8, 7. 3, 7, 8, 7. I'll keep going till midnight over here. 3, 7, 8, 7. It's a bit tricky, this one. There you are. Just one stitch. One stitch. And part down here, next block. Bring that on. A little bit of confetti here, not too bad. A3, 2. A3, 2. A3, 2. This block is kind of extreme. On one side is solid color of cream, and the other side is full of a little bit of confetti going on there. within the same block. And park over here. Three, 0, 7. Two more stitches. This by yellow. And park it to the right. I can even find a spot. There's so many park threads. 1, 2, 3, 4 from this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one down. A bit tricky. Hang on. No, it's that one. Cool. And I'm going to make the next color, the final ones tonight. 6, 4, 7. 6, 4, 7. There you go. 5 stitches here. This piece is just so delicate. And the last one tonight. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Am I correct? Yes. This one's the last one. Ending in this beautiful green. And let's see if we can park it anywhere. Actually, there's one stitch just down here. There you go. Right, let's have a look. See what I've done today in this session. So let me just move the thread, all the part threads down here. Up a little bit so you can see. So today I spent most of today's session to fill up all the loose stitches that kind of left over from the previous sessions from last year, and start to tidy them up square by square. And it's not quite a uniform kind of staircase shape just yet. So I'm the next few sessions I'll be spending on filling up square here and then working down, so it starts to form kind of a nice staircase shape. Looks quite nice to look at, and maybe spend some time working on these ones as well. This bit is so beautiful, very, very, very confetti. I still remember the pain when I was working on this one. I was doing mini cross country, and yeah, some parts got very challenging, and you can see there's still some loose stitches I still need to fill up. So I'm looking forward to that, to tidy up these loose stitches. And I think this method is actually quite good for that. It's a nice balance between working within the contained area versus being too strict, kind of one row at a time. It's appropriate sometimes, but I think for this design it'll be quite good for quite confetti areas like this. So I'm looking forward to it. So let me just show you my app to see how many stitches. Just to warn you, if you're expecting like 1,000 3-digit numbers, it's not happening, okay? Just just get over it. When you come to my channel, it says on the tin, slow stitching. Thank you, Shanna. Thank you, Sarah. Yes, I'm really happy. So today I've done close to 200, 195 here. Okay, not too shabby at all, not too shabby considering how many sort of confetti stitches I have to do. And overall progression, a grand 18.51. The one is really important. 18.51%. This is in terms of percentage, this is the most advanced piece I've got, so I'm very, very proud. Okay, it's a mini, but not bad at all. So this is what I've done so far, and I'll continue to work down here to make it a nice staircase shape. So let me just quickly look at the chat here. Thank you, Brittany, and thank you, Rose. I know, one stitch at a time. I'm really happy with the progress. And thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Carla. So with that, Yogi's going to sign out. This is close to midnight, 11:54 in peaceful London evening. So I'm going to say goodnight to you. And to tomorrow, let's see what tomorrow brings. I don't know what I'm going to be working on, so it's going to be a surprise to you and a surprise to me as well. And so wherever you are, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, anything in between, and definitely good night from here in London. Nighty night, everyone. Night night. Thank you for your company, and whoever's watching, thank you for being here. Bye bye. See you in the next session.